Hey crew, what up? Taylor Welch here. Have you ever wondered how traffic and funnels grew so fast? I mean, 4 years ago, the company was nothing. Nobody knew who we were. We didn't have any revenue, no clients, no products, no content. And we noticed really quickly that we had something special, but it's not just that Chris and Taylor are special. There are processes, recipes, concepts, materials, foundational strategies that have allowed us to go from 0 to 8 figures in about 3.5 years. And one of the things we do that's really cool, and I think it's really fun for a lot of our clients, is we publish our learning lessons every single month. It's about 8 to 10 pages. In fact, the most recent one was a little bit longer. We talk about how to hire, how to find people, how to run advertising, our recent marketing tactics, some of our strategies for sales. We cover every element of how to grow a healthy, predictable, successful, and most importantly, growing client business. And people rave about this. We've got almost 6,000 people subscribe to this every single month. And we'll actually ship it to you, maybe your office, your home, wherever you tell us to ship it to you. And every single month, we include some extra perks to it, sometimes audio content, sometimes some video content. It's one of the best programs that you can be in, I think, in the world if you run a client business. And the best part is it's very, very affordable. We've tried to price this at a level that anybody can be a part of it who needs it and who wants it. So you can check it out at trafficandfunnels.com/IAM. IAM, basically Insiders Access Monthly, IAM, trafficandfunnels.com/IAM. We'll send you out the first package as soon as you hop in. And I'm telling you, this is one of the most fantastic ways that you can learn from the mistakes and the growth curves of other people. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Talk soon.
You're listening to the Traffic and Funnels Show, the best show on the planet for client businesses to learn about traffic, funnels, sales, and conversions. Chris and Taylor are the founders of Traffic and Funnels, a digital marketing consultancy helping you get paid clients from cold traffic daily. Now, here are your hosts, Chris and Taylor.
Yo, what's up, people? T-Money here. Got a quick message for you. It's a beautiful, blistering 98 degrees in Nashville, Tennessee. I want to talk to you a little bit about necessity and fear. Just hopped off a call with our elite gold clients, highest tier clients that we have. And we've got about 150 people who pay us for mentorship, coaching. It's crazy that we're about to end a decade, head into a new decade. I hope that you're proud of the last decade. If you are, I'll give you some things to think about going into the next decade. And if you're not, I will teach you how to never end one that you're not proud of. Again, it's crazy to me that we have some of the highest level producers, the highest performing creatives, the most prolific, brilliant entrepreneurs in the world today as clients. Chris was emailing back and forth today with a legend, a legendary direct marketer who we send a book out. Let me just say this. We send a book out to every single client that comes in. It's called Psycho-Cybernetics. And this guy basically pulled Psycho-Cybernetics, partnered with the guy. I mean, talk about life change. And he was emailing Chris today about getting on the call. We talk sometimes randomly, about our interactions with guys like Gary Bencivenga and obviously Jay Abraham as a mentor. Anyways, we live in a day and age where everything is so accessible. We have these amazing clients who are doing great things. A lot of these clients are on this call. But it hit me today. I was talking to somebody about getting them to do something in their business that they do not want to do. And ultimately, the issue with you and whatever you do not like in your life right now comes down to necessity. Necessity. I'm not going to tell you how to run paid ads right here. I'm not going to tell you how to make more sales right here. I'm not going to tell you how to write copy. I'm going to tell you, maybe for the first time in your life, how to stop being a loser. It all comes down to, what are you willing to suffer through? What are you willing to tolerate in your life? We all have to choose at the end of the day. People look at me and they message me every single day, literally daily. And they're like, man, if you could give me one secret about how to do what you do, if you could give me one thing about how to do what you've built, how to build what you've built, what would it be? And it's like, I don't even know how to answer this question anymore, because I've gotten the message so many times, and over the seasons, the things that I've been that I've cared about, I've changed my answers from time to time. And lately I'm asking people, who is your mentor? Who are you talking to? But I think I'm changing my answer. And my answer is actually the following. And I stole this from a guy named Charlie Munger. And if you don't know Charlie Munger, he's obviously a very wealthy person. And here's my answer. Here's my one secret to how to create success in your life. How do you create momentum in your life? Take out a piece of paper and at the very top of the list, write down the end that you are afraid of. What is the ultimate scenario that you are like, man, if I end my life, if I die in this place, it would be the worst thing in the world. What is the worst case scenario for you? You know, maybe for you it is like you're an old woman or an old man, and you maybe have created the same level of living that your parents created for you. Maybe it's that, you know, you have all of these dreams, but they're never realized. Maybe it's that you run out of time and that idea you had in your head and in your heart never actually got to fruition. Maybe it's that you actually move backwards in life and you lose everything. Maybe you have a measure of success right now, but you're terrified that one day in the future you'll backslide and you'll lose everything. Write it down and then do the following. We're going to make a list of action points. We want to build a plan to make that reality. It's like, well, that's weird, bro. Why would I want to create a strategy to make my worst case scenario come to fruition? I'll get to that in a second. This is a guy, Charlie Munger, who's got 40, 50, 60 billion dollars in his bank account. So obviously he's not leading you astray. This is what I found about people is they are unwilling to go to the dark places of what happens if they do not move. What happens if they do not move forward? So many people are crippled by fear of like, what if I do this and it doesn't work? What if I post and it doesn't work? What if I go live on Facebook and it doesn't work? What if I offer this client an opportunity and they say no? What if I propose to this person and they say no? What if I say I love you and they don't say I love you back? What if I go to church and it's not what I thought it would be? What if I? You have to graduate at some point and grow up to actually flipping the coin around and saying, what if I don't do this? And if I would have done it, it would have worked. This is what Charlie Munger calls learning through inversion. Learning through inversion. So what I've started teaching clients to do and what I've started doing in my own life, and I just did this with a staff member today, it's like build a plan on this piece of paper for how to get yourself to the worst case scenario and then go through each point and invert them. And what you'll find is most of the time, not 100% of the time, not 99.9% of the time, 80% of the time, what you will do is you just reverse the action points. You will actually come up with the strategy that if you go through and you plan for the worst case scenario and you reverse them, you'll get some incredible ideas for how to move your life forward. And I think a lot of times what you'll find is that the fastest way to stay stuck is not necessarily doing the wrong thing. It's doing nothing. The fastest, most guaranteed path to your worst nightmares is oftentimes not doing something and it was a mistake, or doing something. It's usually not that. The fastest, most guaranteed, assured path to your worst nightmare is usually doing nothing. It's the sins of inaction rather than the risk of doing something and it not working out. You are going to lose. You're going to lose. You're going to lose a lot. You're going to swing at the ball many times and it's not going to connect. You're going to swing and you're going to miss more than you're going to swing and connect. You're going to shoot the ball many times into the hoop and it's not actually going to go in. That's not the point. The biggest lose of all time is actually you never really played the game all out. You never went for it. It's just silly. It's silly. And really what it comes down to is people are honoring their fear more than they're honoring their vision. They're honoring their fear more than they're honoring their mission. They're paying tribute to their fear more than they are paying tribute to the mission that they have, the vision that they have. You look back at my life when I was 24 years old and I had such a high necessity. I have to get out of this place. I have to get out of this place. I can't stay in this place. I will not stay in this place where my wife is not taken care of, where I am not moving forward, where I am serving in this position where I do not enjoy it. I cannot stay. I have to get out. I have to get out. There was such a high necessity that fear became irrelevant. It was very, very low on my list. That thought of like, what if I do this and it doesn't work? It was low on the list because I had such a high necessity. I have to move forward. And I think what that comes down to is I was able to flip the coin around and say, you know what? I'm probably going to try things and they're not going to work, but I will never, ever be guilty of getting to the end of my life looking back and realizing nothing ever happened because I never tried anything, because I never took any risks. And I think it's just an epidemic. It's literally the worst disease of all time amongst entrepreneurs is you're so afraid. My God, you're afraid of the wrong things. You're so afraid that I'll invest this money with this coach and I won't get what I thought I was going to get. Well, you have nothing to lose if you're making $3,000 a month. Just be real honest with you. Like, the risk you're taking at the beginning is nothing. You know, we have millions of dollars in real estate now, and millions of dollars of income per month now. And it may sound like I'm bragging. I'm not as much bragging as I am trying to show you the gravitational pull of like, when you get to a place where you're really winning, the risk takes on a different meaning. It doesn't mean that we don't risk anything. It just means like when I was starting out, you got to go back and you got to look at the beginnings of my founder's story. I realized that I had way more to lose by doing nothing than I did putting $5,000 on an Amex and it not working out. I had way more to lose by being like, you know what? This apartment sucks. I hate where we live in Memphis. I don't like the cars that we drive. My wife has to work full time, but I'm going to, rather than go out and try something that's hard, no. I'm just going to lower my standards so that I feel like this is good. What's the matter with you? Seriously, for you to be the type of person that like, rather than try and fail, I will simply lower my standards for the rest of my life so that I believe that this is good. There's something wrong with your brain. There's something wrong there. You have to be willing to acknowledge that. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm actually was talking with somebody earlier today, and they need to have a tough conversation with somebody on their staff, and they don't want to do it. And I said, man, it's not that you don't want to do this because you don't want to offend this person. It's that you don't want to do this because you're afraid of what they'll think about you if you offend them. Most of the time, when you are unwilling to offend somebody with the truth, it is not because you care about them. It's because you care about yourself. It is because you are a people pleaser. It is because you are more interested in your personal reputation with someone than you are their growth. My only scoreboard on my reputation that matters to me is the people that tune in, the people that are around, the people that pay attention. Are they growing? If they're growing, I'm a winner. If they're not, I'm losing. So I'm not saying this to offend anybody or make anybody mad or be weird. I'm saying this because if you are a young person or an old person, a smart person or a dumb person, there's a lot of dumb people who make a lot of money. They have great impact. If you are the type of person who feels like you're an extrovert or an introvert or you're outgoing or you'd rather stay at home, it doesn't matter. What matters is, are you more afraid of what will happen to you if you do not try? Or are you more afraid of trying and failing? And the answer to that question tells me with like 95% accuracy whether you're going to make it or not. Your fear should not be the person that you go to and take counsel of when making a decision. Stop honoring your fear. Start honoring your vision and put yourself out there in a different way. Talk soon.